Hi guys, Squirrel here. Now SCS Software, the company behind Euro Truck Simulator and all the other trucking games that we love to play, they invited me over to Prague not long ago. Prague is where they're based. They invited me over to go and have a chat, to go and see their development team and their offices, and have a chat with everybody that's involved in making these wonderful games. Now, it was a beautiful, sunny... No, it wasn't. It was a horrible, rainy morning when I set off out of England. I took off out of Stansted Airport. The weather was nasty. It was 7 AM. It was cold. But as soon as we got above the clouds, what a view. A 7 AM winter sunrise just above the clouds was an absolute pleasure to observe. In this series of videos, I'll show you behind the scenes at SCS. We're going to take a look at the teams that build the assets in the game. We're going to talk to the guys who build the maps. We're going to see the latest Scandanavian map that's coming out for Euro Truck Simulator. We'll meet the people who are building the latest trucks for Euro Truck Simulator, and that includes the brand new Mercedes-Benz trucks. We'll also see Coach Simulator and what it takes to make a coach, the differences between coaches and trucks in the game. And then finally, we're going to take a look at American Truck Simulator. We're going to see footage from American Truck Simulator, and I think you'll agree, it is beautiful, and I cannot wait for that game to come out. At the end of the video, you'll hear an interview with Pavel Sebor, the CEO of SCS. I ask him a lot of questions about the future of American Truck Simulator, Coach Simulator, World of Trucks, and I pitched some ideas and suggestions to him to get his thoughts on that. When you enter the offices at SCS, you're struck by the clean grey and white and the red tiled floor. Now, the admin offices were on the left, nobody was in the office at that point. And over to the right, you'll see a whiteboard, we'll cover that in a second, and then the kitchen area here with a small meeting room. They've got a very, very good coffee machine. I can testify to that. And then here is this truck-shaped meeting area. You can actually see that it is a truck shape. And at the very front of it is a notice board where they track things. And you'll notice the registration plate saying SCS Soft. This is my favourite, a Scania. Yes, a Scania SCS Software truck. Just casually lying around amongst the whiteboard. Over to the right here, this is the map editing team. These guys are currently working on the Scandanavian Map, and we're going to take a better look at that shortly. And then as we go down the side here, you'll see the doorway into a little meeting area. That's where I interviewed Pavel later on. To the right is the team currently building American Truck Simulator. More footage from that later. And then round the back of this truck-shaped meeting area, you'll see it is in fact that the trailer part of it is just actually a meeting room with a TV and a lot of cables. Don't know how used that meeting area is, but over on the right here, this is always in the dark. The guys who work here seem to like working without any lights on, and I didn't actually catch up with them, so I'm not exactly sure what that department does. Maybe it's a secret project. Over on this side, again, I didn't chat with these guys too much, so I'm not really sure what they do. In there, though, is the coach builders and the truck builders. So they're working on Coach Simulator and the Mercedes-Benz trucks.
So I guess with this one, the detail has to come on the inside, not the outside, really, because you don't see the outside.
Yeah.
You see it as you're driving up to it, but not a massive amount.
You will see the stern.
Yeah.
And it will get less and less detailed in the front part, so I think it won't have much more details than now the bow,
Yeah. And then you just get inside and then all the details inside.
Yeah.
So you basically model it out and then start painting it?
Sorry?
Do you build the model and then paint it? Because obviously it's not got any colour on it yet.
Yeah, I will start with textures soon, but I will do most of modeling work. And It has 2 floors for cars, but player will be only able to enter the lower floor.
Yeah. So one day people want to drive on there, then get out the truck, walk upstairs and have a coffee. That's generally what people want to do.
Community would love. And I'm sure if we have 1,000 developers here,
Yeah,
like
I'm sure. Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto guys, then it may even be possible.
You could work through that massive wish list.
So,
Brilliant,
all
thank
about
you.
the ferry.
So what is it that we're looking at?
Nothing great.
It's our new version of small truck dealer building.
Oh, I see. Right. That's kind of neat, isn't it?
That's it.
So you're gonna have a large truck dealer as well.
Yeah, and a new building as well, with the new logic of inside the dealer, how the game works with the inside of it.
So are they for like pedestrians or something?
Exactly, pedestrians and also for the drivers. It's kind of like a basic set for everything.
So how many sort of different kinds of people are you aiming for?
Just on the beginning, we have just like 6 women and 6 men.
But with different outfits.
About 30 years old. So let's say we have no children, no old people in our board.
Right, okay. Everybody's sort of 20 or
It's kind
something,
of
30.
start, maybe in the future we will have it.
Yeah.
And this is like basic set, and then we put them in a different positions, like in AI cars, or like driver, or even like passengers in a bus.
Yeah.
So you will see also animation from Peter. He's doing like idles for sitting people in a bus for a passenger.
So that, I mean, they'll feed into Euro truck, American truck, the coaches, everything.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You reuse the assets everywhere, basically.
Exactly.
Nice.
This idle animation I told you. If something happens in a bus, they will move in the direction of.
Here she's just tapping her foot.
Just need to do.
No, a to bylo tak zarvadný.
I did it in 2 days. This before was the mock-up data, motion capture, and this is hand animation. This man.
Right, so it's just, yeah.
So it took 2 days.
So what's he doing? Is he modelling the actual buses in the game then?
And we have, like, it's not like you put a bus into a truck game and just drive. We need to change the gameplay a little bit, tweak it so that when you are in the bus driving mode, coach driving mode, different things happen. You go to different places for different reasons.
Yep.
So again, very detailed
That's a
interiors.
very detailed interior, actually.
There will be
So
passengers sitting
I was
on
going to
these
say,
seats.
the next question, do you, when you pull up at the terminal to pick up passengers, do they physically board the bus like they're doing something like OMSI bus simulator?
I think they will be still we'll take an artistic license. They will not be walking up the stairs, and
They'll
to
just
make
appear.
this to match the visual quality of this, you would have to have animation quality and everything so good that it may be a question for the future, but initial release for sure we'll have nice people in some context, but we will accelerate them through some situations so that it's not experience that we wouldn't be enjoying so much seeing those animation clipping errors or something with the environment.
Very nice. Not sure about the wood though.
And then these all can be optimized later for only one intersection.
So is this the picture of the real thing on the right?
Yep.
That's what you're working to.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
of course,
I'm adjusting texture for this.
this like not optimized version.
So do they give you like 3D models to start
Yes,
with, or do
yes.
you have to
No,
construct
no.
it
So
just from
we-
photographs?
We create it from
At least
scans
for intersection
Right.
only.
and pictures,
for
yeah, photos from
Wow.
everywhere.
This is
Must take a
We
while.
also did some photo session with the real truck, so we have really detailed like this,
Right.
so we know how it looks.
So you go down, visit one of the dealers or something, or spend a day with a truck with a camera and just photograph every single part of it.
Yep.
Blimey.
Yeah, like this.
Incredible.
So it should look same. Should be like that.
That looks pretty good. Awesome. What's we got?
So this is the interior of the vehicle, while
Uh-huh.
another colleague is working on the exterior. We have to improve the speed by sharing one truck for with multiple developers. So this is the outside of the
Okay.
actress.
Is there any tie-up between the inside and the outside?
They should fit in within millimeter precision. It wasn't the case with some of our older trucks. We had built the interiors to the best of our knowledge, and the exteriors too, but sometimes they don't match exactly, precisely. Here now we try, because we have to be ready for one day when the camera can freely, really be transported from one place to the other.
So what's that? Is that blender?
Yeah.
A tool of choice. So again, do they send you any kind of 3D models to start with, or get you going, or do you just have to start from scratch?
Sorry?
Do you have to start from scratch when you model this? Do you start with nothing, or do they give you?
We prepared some references, photo references, and we are using Agiso Photoscan, which can make a 3D model from photos, and this is a really good reference.
Right, so they just give you high-res photos.
Yeah.
You put it through, and it comes out with a 3D extraction, as it were.
Yeah.
Cool. What's this then?
This will eventually, I hope, will be one of the Scandinavian paint jobs. Is it Norway color scheme? I hope so.
Looks like it, red, white and blue. And that's just straight Photoshop.
So I think it's just a part of like thinking, experimenting, what kind of shape works. Before we have a few candidate proposals, then we decide which is the one worth finishing in detail.
Yeah, because I can
and
see
then we have to apply it to so many vehicles that are in the game.
she's got the flag down there, and then it's about how do you actually lay that on the truck. And I guess every truck's different. That's cool. What are those guys doing?
This is the team working on the Blender tool chain.
They're tool guys, are they?
So they're artists / programmers who work on some art, but most of the time is spent now on the Blender tools.
Don't worry.
And the bald guy is the 50 Keda mod genius.
Who joined not that long
Who
ago?
joined a few months ago, very short time ago, to help us see our game from the modding community perspective.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, to get somebody in who was effectively a user of the product to come in and then build it, and who worked so extensively in the community. That's I get some brilliant insight.